Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Holip, this is Captain Hit. How are you?
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. How are you, brother?
Brother, I am doing fine. And yourself?
I'm fine. I hope you're enjoying this show.
Oh, of course I'm enjoying the show. Listen, brother, brother, absolutely. I'm happy that people see it. They know it can be done now. And since we started talking about this many years ago, look at the changes that have happened, and where you've got people, brothers and sisters, getting shot left and right, murdered by police, and now it's like, you want to stay here? So I'm very happy to hear that people are now clearly seeing that we need to have an alternative of an independent African American nation on the continent of our ancestors, and we're not paying anybody on the continent for anything. This is land that we have been entitled to. There's no statute of limitations on the crime against humanity on our ancestors by both the Europeans and the Africans. When it's time to go and get our act together with the pioneer force, brother, we will build the most modern nation on earth. And you know it, I know it.
Yes.
You know it, and I both
There's no excuses.
None. What is Holip? Since I remember years ago when I used to talk about this, and people thought I was crazy. And they thought this, like you said, about doing it here in America. America, with these white folks now, remember, the people need to know the American government has PEAT. Police power, escheat, taxation, and eminent domain. That acronym. They will always have that over anyone, any citizen, any group of people. They always will exercise those four powers. So that is why it can never be done here.
Yeah, it's childish. It's childish, and that's why I quoted 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Absolutely.
And that's where we are right now.
And what I would recommend to people, some of the things that I'm doing. Oh, by the way, Holip, I moved down to Florida, so I'm actually in sunny state of Florida. Just recently, New York. I tell you this, New York, done with New York. It was the cold, the weather, the property taxes up there. They're crazy up there right now.
Yeah.
On Long Island.
Deb can tell you that.
It's crazy. How they are extorting money from people for nothing. So now, I moved operations down to Florida, enjoying the weather, very, very much so. And once again, continuing on the mission. I would recommend to some of the brothers and sisters out there, work on getting your real estate license. I did actually get my New York license. I would tell people, recommend, go to realestateexpress.com, pay $100, $200, you can get your real estate license in the town that you live in. So now, if we have some of the individuals that are a part of the group that wants to have an independent nation and create those communities here, now anyone can get a real estate license, and this is what these people are doing right now. They have to understand this, that with all these brothers and sisters that are unemployed, all non-void, walking around like the pretty boy Floyd, it is we have to, some of us, or any one of us in this nation, we need to start to get these licensing, get ourselves licensed, especially like in the real estate side. So we need people that know how to do appraisals right now. You ready for this in the state of Florida? for an appraisal, you need to be just a general apprentice appraisal. You need to go through 100 hours of classroom instruction. Then to be a certified appraiser, you need to have 200 hours of instruction, plus a 4-year degree. If you don't have a 4-year degree, you need to have 30 hours of market analysis, English, algebra, geometry, etc. Now, I ask you this. How are these brothers and sisters that are living in this ghetto going to have time to put 200 hours of time in order to learn how to put a value on a piece of property? So you see how you can see what they're doing to keep us out, or keep individuals out of this type of industry and this type of market.
Right.
And so I would encourage all of us, because I'm doing it myself. I got New York license. I'm almost done with my Florida license right now. I would encourage everyone that's listening. RealestateExpress.com. That's one of the sites I use that I've gone to. You can study online. That'll take you about a month, 2 months. Go through it, do the modules, then go take your damn test. Okay?
Nice.
So now we've got our licenses. Now we can start buying properties in our own communities and making money for ourselves.
Right.
Okay.
Brother Hit,
and then
I just want to let you know you're getting a lot of love right now. You got Minister DeWood is saying what's up to you. You got Kala, Earl.
Yes, sir.
They're all happy to hear your voice.
Brothers, I've been in the, I guess you can say, Shaolin Temple. So it's been in the temple. And you know how it is, but like Kung Fu, you remember Kung Fu, David Carradine, you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was been in that mode, and now it's time to, come back on out. And I'm just really focused on making money, in all honesty, guys. So all the brothers that are listening out there, I'm down here for one purpose, make some loot so we can get some of us to pay a trip so we can start doing our reconnaissance in certain countries over there. This year, by next year especially, I will pay for whatever I can in order for those of us to go on a trip, and of course, and to live well when we go over there. Okay,
that's right.
That's what I'm telling you guys. That's my resolution. By the end of this year, we're gonna have money. Okay, this is what I can contribute, 20, 30 G's or whatever it is, and who else wants to come? Let's go. Okay,
that's
so
right.
We can have that reconnaissance force to go over there to physically land and then do our come back and do our detailed analysis and provide a report to all of those who are down with this, because it's time, gentlemen. We need to have both. We need to have those options. It
That's
really
right.
is time.
That's
So
right.
once again, I would like to thank you so much, Holip, for having this show tonight. And like I said, brothers, those who don't want to, who are not a part of this, good. Keep your black ass here in America. Those of us that are going to go, okay, gentlemen, like I said, please, I'm trying to get your license wherever you're living right now. It's easy as hell to do. It just takes a little bit of studying to do. You just got to focus in, but you guys can get it done. It doesn't cost that much. You may invest $300 maximum, and then you will be a licensed real estate professional where you are. So now we can buy land here to create those small communities to mold those pioneers to be able to go there, because we're going to need this expertise when we get there. Because guess what, brothers? We selling property too.
That's right.
Other brothers, okay, we need hotels.
That's right.
We need commercial property. We need that stuff, that type of stuff. We need appraisers.
So true.
Yes, sir. And it's easy to do. So, gentlemen who are listening, please get on it, man. Get on it.
And ladies,
there's
a few sisters out there too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sisters, of course, and the sisters too.
Yeah.
And the
Brother Hit.
Too. Yes, sir.
Where can I send you? Like, are you still on Facebook?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not on Facebook, brother. You've got my cell phone number, right? You still have it.
I don't. But you know what? Slide it to me again. Let me give you my email address.
Okay.
That way you can, because I've went through about 3 different phones since the last time we spoke.
Okay, so you got rid of your Obama phone.
Yeah, no more Obama phone. I've stepped it up to the smartphone. But my email address is Holipsism, HOLIPSISM @gmail.com.
I got it, brother.
Because there's some information that I want to send you as well. So when you send me the email, I'm going to send you some links to what we're doing too.
Yep, please do.
All right. Man, this was a wonderful surprise to hear your voice. I'm so happy to hear you.
Oh man, brother, it's going to be time. It's time, and it's like now people start to see the viability of it, and please, everyone, keep working, keep your training up. We need warriors and scholars. Okay, warriors
right.
of the mind and people who are scholars, both. And like the one gentleman said about the skill set, get out there and start learning how to fix your own things around the house and all that type of stuff. So many YouTube videos are out there. There's no excuse why anyone shouldn't be able to learn how to fix anything.
Right.
Because those skills are truly, truly necessary. And they're really easy to do. Yes, sir. But hey, Florida, brother, Let me tell you something. This weather's nice, and it's really beautiful down here.
I can only imagine. Like I said this about New York. I don't think you've heard it, so I'll tell you. You know when you go to the parties, you go to the club, and then at the end of the night, they turn the lights on, and they put on the, really whack music, and people are still on the dance floor? That's us in New York.
Yes, sir.
The party was over a long time ago, but we just don't acknowledge it, and we're still trying to dance.
Yeah, it's in total decay. I will say this from the perspective of learning of town planning. I will say that when you come down to this area, what you'll notice is that everything is so new, and you will notice that from a town planning perspective, even a house planning perspective, they've really they've taken a lot of the mistakes that were made, like up in New York and Long Island, and have avoided them here. And you will be very surprised to see. I would tell anyone, please take a trip down here. I will make sure people got my number. If you come down to Orlando, I'll hook up with you, show you around. But the town planning is really is well done, and to give people like an example for us to study, because it is well, like for instance, like the porches out here, they have this screened in porch, so they have you have a little garden, you have an outdoor porch, and you have like a netting all around. It's like a metal cage has netting, so you don't have to worry about bugs and all of that type of stuff. Very unique idea. Very simple, but very effective, because wherever we go, look, man, I know my wife, and I'm sure some of the ladies, ladies are not going to come over. I don't want ladies coming to our nation and worried about something flying up and biting them and stuff like that.
Right, exactly.
Because you know how them sisters will be, okay? We can't have that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But so I would engender people, come down and take a look from the perspective of township analysis, and you'll be so surprised, man, when you look at it. The highway construction, the way they did some of the highways, the shoulders, I mean, some of those details are really unique, and we need more of us to take a look at that from the planning perspective and suggest, okay, what city do we model of? How can we do it? And I think that these guys down here, I got to give it to them. They've done a pretty good job.
Right. Well, yeah, definitely. And thank you for dropping that information, because I think that's going to help a lot of people out who are trying to, become a part of this, what they call the sharing economy, and it's a lot of ways to make disposable income out here, and a lot of ways to definitely take those disposable income. A lot of times the disposable income, it ends up being the main income because it's so lucrative.
Yes,
So the people, you can do it right here if you know what you're doing.
This guy's making money down here. Oh, listen, I've got people very close to me. that are in the real estate business, the timeshare business, especially down here, and they're killing it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's someone very close to me who pulled in 200 in the last 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about,
brother. That's what that's why my behind is down here. Okay. That's why I was like, no more freezing, no more, I-90, 495 and going through the city. No, it's time. This year, I hope some of us, let us make it a year where we focus on making money so that now we can really make this trip, to get this first initial trip. Okay?
No doubt.
And any other ideas?
And brother,
that
number that you called to call into the show, that you use, that 607 number, make sure you save that in your cell phone, because that's our network. Like me, Kala, all of us are on here. So like if you call at any point, you use that same number, and just stay close to the vest, because we got a lot of things going on.
Absolutely, brother. It's so nice to hear you guys and all the other brothers.
Definitely.
Peace.
Definitely.
Peace.